Okay.
Let's do this.
Ready.
This is Epic Groupcast. I'm Anthony Kincart, and I am all about the bass. Joining me today is Mr. Jordan Wiles. You having a good day today, Jordan?
I have. I have to ask, though, if you're all about that bass, do you have a giant ass that we can't see right now? Like, that's what Are you just shaking it?
I'm just shaking
just grooving it?
Shaking
your groove
it,
thing? Okay.
Yeah. Also, Mr. Jeremy Gothard. Jeremy, how are you today?
Super.
Did you have a good day today?
No, I worked.
Oh, that is sad.
Every day since I started working, it's been the worst day of my life. They're just all progressively worse than the previous day.
So if you had $1 million, what would you do?
So if I saw you today, it would be the worst day of your life.
That's messed up.
That's messed up.
And as you've heard, Mr. Lawrence Ewing.
Woo!
How are you, sir? You having a good day?
And the crowd goes wild.
I had a day. It happened. It's almost over.
All right. Let's see. We're going to kick things off with the multiverse question. Last time we talked about this, we had everybody together, and we picked our dream vehicle from any reality. I had the TARDIS. Jordan had the car from Ferris Bueller.
Mm-hmm.
Lawrence had the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future 2.
2, yeah.
Back to the Future 2.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
Okay. And
the end of one.
1 sucks, right. And 3 sucks.
One didn't suck. It was just the fuel was hard to come by.
And the freaking thing wouldn't run.
That's
it died every important time that he needed to start.
Yeah.
Well, we cut the fuel line. What can you... I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right.
All kinds of trouble. And Gothard, you had Destiny.
From
Stargate Universe.
Yeah.
So this week
We're going to most room.
We're going to talk about.
True.
No, the TARDIS has the most room. That's bigger on the inside.
Is
Anyway,
it really?
I think it's almost infinite.
It's like a Harry Potter kid.
Why would you want to live in a house that's infinite?
I don't know. This is my vehicle. This is
That'd
my
be hard.
Where do I put my keys?
It's got multiple rooms. You know, you would lose your. It's got like a library, a swimming pool. I mean, all
But I
this
guess
stuff.
you have a TARDIS, you don't need your keys.
Yeah.
Anyone can.
It actually has a key
your
to get
phone.
into the door. There's a key.
Oh, well, great.
So, anyway, so now we're going to talk about where we're going to park these vehicles, what universe we're going to live in. Anybody want to go first?
I'll go first. I was joking earlier, but I've decided I'm totally serious. I would love to live in the universe of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh, yeah?
Simply because, why wouldn't you want to live in a land where it's constantly like food? Everything is food. That's the best thing ever.
You'd never go hungry.
No one would go hungry. That would
And
be
that's
the best
fantastic.
thing ever. Yeah. World hunger, not an issue.
Not an issue.
Obesity, larger issue. It would be the best thing ever.
Mold.
No.
Roving bands of just kids eating everything in every town. I'd be okay with that.
But with the extra food, there'd be no overpopulation because of the obesity problem. It'd kind of work itself out.
I don't know.
People would be dropping off.
I don't know. I feel like if we have all this food, world hunger's not an issue, and then we just focus on getting into another planet.
The part that you're forgetting is that you live in a cartoon world where people don't get fatter or older.
That is true. That is true.
Fair enough.
I would be the Bart Simpson of
The
Cloudy
Bart
with the Chance of Meatballs universe.
All right.
I read somewhere this week that if they had aged in the show, he would be 34 years old, which is the age in which they said Marge was, his mom, was at the beginning of the series.
Wow.
So an entire generation of people have grown up watching The Simpsons.
That's crazy. Anybody else got a universe?
I'll go. I would probably want to live in Neverland. Just because, why not? Everything that you imagine could be real.
You could be Rufio.
I could be Rufio.
Rufio was cool.
I could be that guy.
I'd be okay with that.
Yep.
Jeremy, you got one?
That's tough.
Serious. Why are you thinking? Serious question, though, Lawrence, and anyone else who can answer this for me. What were they even eating at the table in Hook?
Just air.
Well, not even just air, but whenever the food shows up,
it was just melted sherbet.
Yeah, it was just ice cream everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kids.
It was colorful pudding.
Yeah.
Why do kids need that much pudding, though?
Because they can imagine themselves thinner. They don't have to be fat. It's Neverland.
They're never
That
fat.
kid just really liked turning into that ball and rolling, so he just stayed that size.
That would be a dream to just be that round.
That
You
you
could
could
just roll around.
Yeah.
pick up your legs and go.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tuck and go.
you got one?
We can make Anthony go first.
I'll
Go
go.
As of
Anthony.
right now, the Star Wars universe, I've been listening to audiobook, so like that universe is on my mind.
So, like, you would be like Han Solo, or you would like try to train to be a Jedi, like because you're too old. I'm just
I'm
saying.
too old, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you gotta stick with the rules. That's if you're in this universe, you're not guaranteed to be a star in this universe. You don't get the powers that come along with it. You are you. You're just in.
But he
This
also
place.
has it's him with destiny.
Yeah, I get that.
You know?
Well,
yeah.
So
He could go
Yeah.
anywhere he wanted
he's doing
to.
all right.
Yeah,
You could live on Coruscant. I mean, that's just live on the upper side. You'd be rich.
and you can travel.
Get a
Anyway.
crew, get a job, and keep flying.
Yep. He could be a smuggler.
They're all just blending together at this point.
I gotta say, I'll be honest with you. I have had a hard time with this question. I don't know where I would want to live. I don't want to live in a comic book universe because I think that just too many terrible things happen in comic book
Yeah,
I think
universes.
I know where you're going with this, and I don't think it's a good idea for you to live in the My Little Pony universe.
But it's horses everywhere.
Right. But you wouldn't belong. Horse.
You would be the only brony in that entire
You
universe.
I would be so sad. So I don't know. I had honestly given consideration to the Star Wars universe because it's big and open.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And you have the
But-
TARDIS, right?
The
That's
TARDIS.
your-
See, the biggest problem with the Star Wars universe is like you're either on a good planet where like things are all right, or you're like on Tatooine where
yeah, and
you're
there's
literally a moisture farmer.
there's-
That sounds the worst.
and you could be. That's the thing. You could end up being a moisture farmer. You don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. There's always the
I know
wars.
nothing
though.
about moisture.
Naboo was nice.
Naboo's nice, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
All the
pretty
actors who were there sucked.
You could live in.
So what you're saying is the green screen was really good,
Yes.
but everyone was
Yeah.
not so much.
The green screen was more alive than the actors.
Right. You could live in the city from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That would be fun.
Oh, that would
be
be
fun.
cool. Be able
Um,
to go from cartoon land to
but-
human land on a whim.
but you see, the thing is I've picked the TARDIS, so I feel like I should be somewhere that has a lot of planets to visit.
Who's to say that in that Roger Rabbit world there's not like space cartoon alien planets?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't
But
know.
well, if you're going to choose the TARDIS, can't the TARDIS just go to It's not different universes; it's just different timelines,
Different
and
timelines
worlds.
and planets. It has gone
Okay.
to different universes, but it's way complicated and it's dangerous.
Okay.
It
Okay.
can cause problems.
Okay.
Anyway, I will pick the Star Wars universe. I think.
Totally
Copycat.
unoriginal. Totally
Okay,
unoriginal.
I'll pick the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I want to hang out with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
I want to be in that neck
I
of the
can't
woods.
promise you that.
Yeah.
I know I'll never meet him, but I want to be in that neck of the woods. I don't.
Well, you got the TARDIS. You can get there.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
yeah, I'll go with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm going to kind of stay out of the way
You're just going
You're
to sit
gonna
there and
observe.
watch.
of the
You're gonna be a
dangers.
watcher.
You
I
could,
wanna be the
you
watcher.
could just be the watcher.
You're gonna be hanging with Hawkeye in no time.
Yes.
Hey, you want to sit back here and be worthless?
Just please.
You're like, okay, Hawkeye, I will.
Want to become an evil minion in the first 2 minutes of a movie?
Yeah.
Oh man. Funny thing, you mentioned the Watcher. Have you heard the rumor that people believe that Stan Lee is actually playing the Watcher in all of these Marvel films? That in every film he's the same character. He's secretly the Watcher.
That would be kind of cool, I guess. That would work because I'm pretty sure Stan Lee is immortal. So
Right. Yeah, he's in, what? Is he 91, 92?
He's-
Somewhere around there?
I
stinking
think that,
old.
Stan Lee's superpower is that he can actually usurp other super being superpowers, and that's why he came up with that Stan Lee superheroes TV show, so he can go around and steal powers.
So he's
Siler.
Siler.
Yeah.
I think he and Bob Barker just found the Fountain of Youth.
That's possible
And-
too.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
And Chuck Norris.
Too bad it doesn't keep him young, it just keeps him alive.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
Quality of life's
They
gone
can
way
do
downhill,
that.
but it's going to last forever.
He moves decent. for his age. I mean, he gets around.
Well,
He's definitely not decrepit.
yeah, not even a little.
And he's always positive and happy, and that's good.
But they look more like the Crypt Keeper than the Rock. So
That is impressive that he's like 90 some years old and like doesn't have any like fatal illnesses or like horrible diseases or like Alzheimer's or anything like that. Like pretty good life right there.
We would each be so lucky to live that long and
No, I don't want to live that long.
be in as good a shape.
Not even a little.
News this week that came out. There was some Avengers 3 rumors, not necessarily news. The rumor goes like this. Robert Downey Jr. is locked in for Avengers 2 and Avengers 3, specifically in his contract. The other actors are only locked in for a certain number of films. So they are talking about having Robert Downey Jr. carry Avengers 3 with a new team and having a much larger franchise movie with Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. That would probably be the Guardians of the Galaxy crossover film, to have a gigantic cinematic movie. That was going to be 2 parts. I think I read somewhere that Avengers 3 was going to be so big it would be 2 parts, or that they would do Avengers 3 with just Stark and then a bigger movie.
Is it going to be like a concurrent story kind of thing where they'll meet up at the end and then that's where like the 2 movies come together and then...
That was one of the rumors, yeah.
Can we just get away from making a movie multiple parts? I'm kind of done with that. Like,
Right,
The
I agree
Hobbit,
with you.
for example, like, it looks great, and I dig the story from reading it as a kid, but like, I don't need to watch 3 movies of The Hobbit.
Exactly.
Thinnest book. Most
Yeah,
movies.
I don't need a 2-part Harry Potter. I don't need a 2-part Hunger Games.
well,
Twilight.
Hunger Games and Harry Potter, they did the wrong books too.
Oh, for 2
like
parts?
the biggest
Yes.
books were 1-part movies and then the
Yeah.
last
Harry
book.
Potter, the 6th book should have been 2 movies because there was so much more in it. The 7th could have been, you could have rushed through the fighting.
Yeah,
I think that what
they
happened
shot
was
the
they're
whole
like,
movie.
oh my god, these movies are still making money. Let's divide this last one
That's
into
the
2
problem.
parts to
Yeah.
make more money.
Yeah, I hate that.
And
Well, and now they're making more movies.
And let's be honest, if there is any company that doesn't need to do that, it's this Marvel Disney conglomerate
Oh, yeah.
studio. Like,
Lucasfilm.
yeah, exactly. They have so much under their belt that's making them more money than they can even deal with. Why make this a 2-part? You're not doing it to please fans. That's a stupid excuse. You're doing it to make money, and stop it. Stop it now.
We want to be truer to the content, and
Then
we
make-
don't want to leave
then-
things out.
Make a longer movie and have an intermission.
Oh, no. I don't want to. Don't do just 2-hour movie. Do what you can in 2 hours. Like, that's all I need.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
2 hours. If you
2
can't tell
and a
your
half.
story in that
If
amount of
you're-
time,
If you're Christopher Nolan or you're Martin Scorsese, then you get close to 3 hours. But other than that, I don't
Or
know.
Peter Jackson, 9 hours.
Yeah.
right?
In his defense, that was 3 different books, though.
Yeah.
So,
Google Street View. They slapped a camera on the back of a camel and sent it through the Arabian desert. So that way you get the 360 view when you
like,
use
did
Google
you already
Maps.
go through the whole desert?
I think they just started the process.
Okay.
So I applaud them for that much effort.
Do they low jacket? It's just going around
It's
in
wherever.
circles.
Yeah.
It's going to take this camel 4 years to get through the desert.
It
That's
might
gonna be
take
the
some
best
time.
part. Is the camel just? I hope. Yeah, the
I
camel's
hope they
doing
go
a
through
figure 8.
like 3 or 4 camels. I hope they just have a bunch running through the desert. Like at some point, there's just camels everywhere,
You can see cameras
showing up on each other's
Yeah.
cameras.
The
At
hope
the
is
watering
you go to
hole.
that desert and there's just like 300 camels walking around, but they all have giant G's on the side of them.
Yep, just spray painted.
I'd like that. G number 73. Yeah, this one for 4 weeks.
Also this week, David Spade announced that he would do Joe Dirt 2
Don't try to church it up.
for Crackle. It's going to be the first sequel to a film made completely for a digital source.
I'm cool
I'll
with
watch
that.
it.
I love
You watch
Joe
Joe
Dirt.
Dirt
I love Joe Dirt. I do.
It's so ridiculously
quotable.
funny, stupid, awful.
I would watch it, but I don't know if I'd watch it on Crackle or not.
I hate Crackle,
Yeah.
but it's hard to hate something free.
Yeah.
right.
But I hate commercials in movies.
Yeah, that's
Show
what,
me-
yeah. Like I don't care if we're watching a show for commercials, but a movie, we don't need commercials.
Show me 5 minutes, and I'll go to the bathroom and make some popcorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Or,
play
yeah,
the movie.
like 2 or 3 minutes straight at the beginning of the movie, 2 or 3 minutes straight at the end of the movie, and then 5 minutes in the middle. You know, that's fine. Whatever. Don't give me 30-second breaks every 20 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Agreed.
I really wonder if he's still going to have the dreadlocks. Because if you'll remember,
Yeah.
they
Of course
changed
he
his thing
will.
at the end of the movie.
That would be pretty funny.
They'll have to change it because that'll be terrible for a whole movie. But
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
don't
go
know,
back to the mullet.
medical technology these days.
True.
You never know.
It's
Joe
true.
Dirt 2 could just be him in like the far future, and he's just a head. He's like one of the heads from Futurama.
From
It's on a jar.
Yeah, it's on a jar, just on a giant spider walking around.
That'd be good. With laser beams?
It's got to be the spider from Wild Wild West.
Okay.
Whoa,
That big.
whoa, John Peter.
Epic. Also this week, Animal Planet. They're getting a scripted zombie show where animals are zombies. This is based off of a comic book called The Other Dead. I think this show's going to have the same name.
Are they going to be talking zombified animals?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be something along
Is this
the
going to
lines...
be like Animal Farm, but
Have
they're
you guys-
actually zombies?
Have you guys seen Idiocracy? I feel like that's where we're headed. Like, pretty soon, there's going to be no more education on television. It's like, well, we got the History Channel, we got AMC, now we're going to go for the Animal Planet.
Animal Planet, that's
Well,
right.
even still, doesn't
National
the History
Geographic
Channel
Channel.
have like the crazy alien guy on
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
History Channel's just Pawn Stars and American Pickers.
Yeah.
That's all they show.
Yeah, that's true. The
There's a lot of
occasional
history on
Hitler
Pawn Stars.
documentary.
Uh,
No, that makes total sense to me because I remember, I think it was over like Christmas break or something. I was watching, it was Animal Planet, and it was an entire show devoted to this guy who built tree houses for people,
awesome.
which is cool to watch, but at the same time, it's like, why is this on Animal Planet?
But seriously, there's less history on the History Channel than there is on Drunk History.
That is very true. Why do we
They
have
have
channels
H2
this
now,
way?
though.
Right.
They do?
Okay.
History Channel 2?
Yeah, and they show more. They show a lot of World War II stuff.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, does MTV even play music videos anymore?
No.
No,
Okay,
MTV
what's
2 shows some like in the morning or something.
yeah, even MTV2 is mostly shows now.
Right. VH1 has like a morning block or something. It's over.
But it's always, it's like 4 to 8 or something like
Yeah.
that, you know? Like,
You know what?
People are in bed.
just so they can still say that they show videos.
VH1 Classic shows a lot of videos.
Right.
But who wants to watch those?
We have to hand it to ESPN and all their channels because at least they stick to showing sports.
Right.
And talking about sports.
It's like, well, we did name the station this. We might as well show it.
Even their documentaries are only about sports. or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
30 by 30 or whatever it's called.
hmm
It's usually about sports figures or it's at least on topic somewhat.
ESPN's the only smart channels in the world now, I guess.
Did you guys hear about the Lego movie?
No.
Apparently they're going to do a Lego Batman standalone and push Lego Movie 2 out of 2017. The Lego
Oh, okay.
Batman will replace it. They're assuming now that they will still have
hmm
a sequel to the Lego Movie, but right now it's all
Of course
about
they
Will
will.
Arnett.
Will Arnett's weird.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good Batman.
Yeah, he was
Good
good in the
Lego
movie,
Batman.
but just him as an actor, like he's, I don't know. I feel like he's never done something as good as Arrested Development, and even then, he was one of my least favorite characters in that show. And I love Arrested Development, but he's my least favorite. And every show he's done since then, I don't think has been all that great. Like that BoJack Horseman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Tried watching that so hard. Tried so hard to like that show, and it's just awful. It's not even remotely funny.
Oh, really?
No.
What is it? The stupid sleepy Michael in Arrested Development. Job is great in Arrested Development, but I agree with you. Like, I don't like him in anything else, really.
Blaze of Glory.
Yeah, see, I've only watched that once, and it was just okay
Yeah.
for me. You know,
It wasn't
so-
about him, you know what I mean?
Right, but I don't even remember him in that. I just remember John Heater.
Where it was him and Amy Poehler, wasn't
They were
it?
brother and sister.
Brother
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
sister.
right.
And I think they're married at that time.
Yeah. Or
So-
either married or getting married.
Yeah.
They were together already.
But he was really good as Batman.
He's
And
a good Batman.
as long as they make the Batman like the Batman from the Lego movie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. For like the Lego, I mean, if you guys played the Lego Batman games,
Mm-hmm.
like Clark likes the Lego Batman games, so I
Those are
played them
good.
quite a bit. They're fun.
Yeah. Similar humor. To
Right.
what was
All
in
of the Lego
movie.
stuff is kind of funny,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's hilarious. The Lego movie was good, though. They kind of stepped it up for that, I guess. So.
Yeah, I really like that movie. It was funny.
We've gotten used to movies not being original, doing a lot of remakes. Now it's flowing over more into television. We've got 2 movies this week on the list of going from movie to television. School of Rock is being developed into a TV show. And Uncle Buck. Did we talk about Rush Hour is being developed for TV?
Yeah.
Real Genius. Big. I mean, there's
Everything under the sun.
12 Monkeys is being developed for television.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes out in January.
Yeah, it's winter. I saw it's winter.
I would watch a 12 Monkeys TV series.
I would too, just
I
to
would
see
totally
how
do
it is.
And
Yeah.
Sci-Fi, I read that Sci-Fi is even pushing Raw or SmackDown just back to Thursday nights, so they can have actual science fiction shows on Friday night again.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, which
That'd
is
be
what
cool.
Science fiction on sci-fi?
yeah,
Wow.
which is what ruined Stargate Universe in the first place.
Mhm.
Putting it on Tuesday night or whatever it was.
Well, that in the script.
That.
No,
No.
it was good.
No, it was just a different Stargate. I'm with you. I really dug that show, and
I loved it.
wasn't it like almost every season it was moved to a different night?
Well, it was only 2
Oh, 2
seasons.
seasons.
But they had
Okay.
breaks,
Yeah.
mid-season
Yeah,
breaks,
mid-season
and then they
breaks.
would move
Yeah,
it
they
in the
moved it
middle
back.
of the season.
I think season 1 was all on Tuesday, and they started season 2 on Tuesday. Then they moved it to Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, and I hate sci-fis in general, but especially
They-
their planning
yeah.
of shows.
They have some really good shows on there.
I hate their mid-season breaks, and there's so many shows.
That's just cable TV
Yeah.
though.
See, you're right, but the thing is, I don't. If the show that I'm watching isn't on, I don't watch Sci-Fi Channel,
Yeah.
and if I don't watch Sci-Fi Channel, I don't get to watch all the commercials saying, "Hey, Stargate's coming back," and then I get 2 episodes in before I realize that I've missed a couple.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
I really hate it with
DVR
The Walking-
solves that.
I really hate it with The Walking Dead,
Mhm.
because they only show like 7 episodes, and they take 4 months off and show 7 more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Just start it later and show me all 15
I
at one
agree.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did the same thing with Breaking Bad on their last season.
Yeah.
Gotta milk it.
Ghostbusters 3 got its official announcement this week that it would be coming out with an all-female cast. Anyone care? It's not going to be a reboot. It's going to be a restart. It's not going to be a continuation. They're willing to make roles for the original actors, but they won't be playing the same characters. They want it to be as real as possible, and they want it to be scary and funny.
Scary funny. Okay.
The director of Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Making it.
I think it could be good.
I liked Bridesmaids. I liked
Yeah.
The Heat. I thought that was really funny too. My favorite thing about this is that I think it's Ernie Hudson
Mm-hmm.
was in Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Like, he's been very adamant about how, like, this is stupid and not even worth our time. Like, there shouldn't be women in Ghostbusters. It shouldn't be an all-women movie. This is...
Oh, really?
Which
Yeah.
is funny because, on the DVD covers, he is nowhere.
Yeah.
On any of the box. I think he might be in one little picture on the back of Ghostbusters 2 or something like that. But otherwise they barely even acknowledge that he's in the movie.
And he doesn't even really have that much to chew on, really. And the second movie more so than the first, but... I don't know.
Yeah, the first one, it was just like, oh crap, we need someone. Hey, you. I guess you
Wanna
can be
try?
around a little.
Orlando.
Sony Pictures wants to develop a Robin Hood cinematic universe. They want to do one film with Robin Hood and the Merry Man, and then do a standalone with Robin, and a standalone with Little John. Do we need a Robin Hood cinematic universe?
No.
Is this something that people are begging
I would watch a really good Robin Hood remake, or a retelling of the story that didn't star Russell Crowe. But
I like that.
I don't want to
I
watch
do too.
multiple Robin Hood movies. I didn't watch it because Russell Crowe is Robin Hood. Giant, hulking Russell Crowe is not believable as Robin Hood.
They address that in the movie. I mean,
Hey, aren't you a little chubby to be Robin Hood? He's like, hey.
It's an origin
That
story,
hurts.
really. He's never really Robin Hood in the movie.
yeah,
Right.
that's true.
It was an excellent. I loved it.
Yeah, I just didn't watch it.
I tell you what, I would be on board for this if they only under the circumstance that they use the characters from the Disney Robin Hood movie where they're all animals.
Okay, so have Fox and a bear.
Have Fox and a bear. That's the only way I'd watch it.
It sounds fantastic.
Because I would watch a Prince John thumb-sucking lion every day.
A few episodes back on Doctor Who, he traveled back in time and found out that Robin Hood was real. And my wife was very upset to learn that he was not a fox.
Maybe he was a fox, just not an actual
people.
fox.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know, like just a whistle fox.
Maybe he came in contact, maybe it's some kind of crossover where he came in contact with the mutagen from Turtles 2 and turned into a fox.
And then before that, he was actually the fox from Fox and the Hound.
Wow.
And he had a nice friendship.
Mind blown.
I feel like we're doing that, what was the thing that Patton Oswalt did on,
the
filibuster? Filibuster, yeah. I feel like that's what we're doing, but with Disney Universe and any other universe we can get our hands on.
Oh yeah, throw them all in there. Purge 3, officially announced.
I haven't watched Purge 1.
Me either.
Me either.
Okay, I will go on record with saying I've watched Purge 1, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Okay.
It is... The Purge movies are a wonderful idea. I think the idea of it can be done in multiple ways, but I haven't seen the second one, but the first one is just awful because they had this great idea and concept, but they never...
Keep it in one house.
Well, not only that, they keep it in one house, but they treated it as like every other, like, almost like a found footage film of like, it's just shaky cam and always in the dark, and yeah, it's...
Stop with
watch
shaky cams.
I don't watch any found footage movies. Never again.
Yeah, like, I think I would watch a Purge movie that is kind of like House of Cards meets Purge. I would watch that. Because I think that would be... But just the concept of the Purge is really interesting. The idea that for 12 hours, once a year, there's no crime and there's no repercussion. Not any repercussions, but if you go out and you murder someone, you can get away with it. It's no big deal. It's part of the Purge. I think it's a cool concept, but they never approach it in an interesting way.
Okay. I heard that the second one is better and that they do a better job.
Second one is...
There's no celebrities, I don't think.
There's the kid from Friday Night Lights TV show, and because it's all about kind of like a vigilante-esque type guy. His daughter was killed in the Purge, and so he hates it, and so he spends the Purge trying to stay alive or kill other people that are trying to purge or something. I don't know. And so it's just this big, let's keep running until the Purge is over with. I'll watch it because why not? But
right.
Yeah, I don't have anything against them. I actually bought The Purge, but I just haven't seen it yet.
It interested me, but I just never got around to seeing it.
Yeah,
when do I have time?
It sounds weird, but if you watch The Purge for everything except for everything that's shot and shaky cam and in dark, then it's a decent movie, and I don't know, it's one of those movies that make you think. Because my big thing is I'll bug my friends about, would you rather live in a world that is the Purge or where slavery is an okay thing, an okay and accepted thing? Which world would you live in? But, because it's one of those things where there's no good answer. It's just choose the worst evil in your eyes.
Right. At New York Comic Con, they just announced that Disney XD will have a Guardians of the Galaxy animated series. Not really a surprise there. I mean, it was rumored before the movie even hit, but as big as the movie is, it's a done deal now.
Yeah. If we get more money, we will.
Yeah.
Especially Disney.
Oh, yeah. Disney needs the money. Okay, we're going to shift gears over to television shows this week. Did anyone watch a show called Selfie?
No.
I've watched the 2 episodes now. It's about a girl who wants to make her life better. She hires an ad guy to help fix her, make her into a better person. She loves Twitter, is concerned about all of her followers, but something bad happens in the first episode, and she realizes she has no friends because nobody really is there for her other than Siri. So she hires John Cho to...
Siri, do you like me? Yes. My man!
Who are you again?
Thanks, robot voice.
Anyway, she hires him to make her a better person. I think it would have made a better rom-com than a TV series, because the second episode, she's gotten dumber. I mean, I don't know how much time passed between when they shot the pilot and when they shot this second episode, but I'm not impressed. And I'm sad because I love Karen Gillan. I think she's fantastic. I loved her in Guardians of the Galaxy, loved her on Doctor Who, but I don't know.
Okay, I was going to, until you mentioned that, I was going to ask, why are you watching Selfie? Because you are not the demographic for that show, at all.
No, I can relate to John Cho's character because he
doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cell phone. He doesn't have a cell phone. He doesn't have Facebook or.
Does he know what the internet is?
Barely.
Okay.
He uses it, but I think he makes reference to having a Friendster or something along those lines. MySpace. But he didn't have Facebook until the second episode. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week. Anyone watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I didn't watch it. I didn't have time.
I liked it. I think they're doing well. I think that it was better than Gotham. Anybody watch Gotham this week?
I did watch Gotham, and I don't know how many more episodes I'm going to give it to get better.
I know. Somebody said that the problem is that Arrow and The Flash do a much better job of introducing the characters and working them in, and they don't hit you over the head with who they are.
I agree. That's what they need to do is just stop it. Stop with the Bruce Wayne crap. Just
stop trying to put Bruce and Alfred into every episode.
I know.
There's
They're
no
not going
reason
to.
for
Look it up on IMDb. They're listed in every episode.
Well, I think they're listed as main cast members.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They're there till the end of they're there till that series is dead.
I think I will probably quit this show. It's still doing really well in the ratings.
I think IMDb had 7 episodes listed, and they were both listed in 6.
Okay.
So hopefully they'll be out of one.
And I'm sure that one is probably a bottle episode.
Here's the other thing. Maybe they filmed all those at once, and now that they're getting some feedback, maybe they will take them out
right.
at the mid-season break or something.
On Fox, it'll be sometime in November. There'll be 4 or 5 weeks when it won't be on because they're filming more or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know their reasoning behind having Bruce Wayne and Alfred in that show.
Because he's going to be Batman someday.
Well, that's fine, but he's going to be Batman in 2
years.
decades.
Honestly, when they first pitched Gotham, I thought this was a fantastic idea. They hadn't said how old Bruce was going to be. I was thinking this was going to be just a few years before he came back to Gotham, so they could do a few seasons of Batman less Gotham, and then start rumors, urban legends of the Batman, and then kind of build from there. And maybe the season finale, Gordon sees him or whatever.
That would be cooler.
But an 8-year-old Batman's not doing it for me.
But instead, we get an 8-year-old Batman who sits alone in a room listening to loud metal music and drawing dark pictures for no apparent reason. Yep. And it's never explained. It's just shown to us in the middle of an episode.
This kid's got some problems. This butler, who is this kid's guardian, should be getting this kid some help because this is bad parenting. Get off the roof! You're still up there?
Oh my gosh. Let him choose his own path, which means I will not provide any therapy for this child who just saw his parents murdered in front of him.
I just really want to call Gotham Family Services and be like, seriously, take this poor child away from that guy. He's going to kill him. They were sword fighting in the last episode.
Burning his own hand.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Jordan, were you happy with the return of Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That show makes me laugh all the stinking time.
It's a good show. I got caught up on that. Did I tell you that? I watched it.
I
powered through, got caught up.
What do you mean powered through?
I don't know. I watched
it's a great show.
I know, but I watched them in 2 days, though.
Right.
So.
You binged watched.
I binged watched.
It's only 11 hours.
Power through them.
It's only 11 hours.
Yeah, not even that. Take our commercials.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, I watched it on Hulu, so I had commercials. They keep adding commercials.
You had tons of The Awesomes and beef jerky commercials.
Yeah. They stick with the same 3 for the episode.
Because Hulu hasn't figured out that people binge watch digital content. They haven't figured that out yet. I honestly do, and I'm really looking forward to the world in which I can watch a show and kind of like how Google, your computer, cookies and crap like that, can read of you've been looking for routers, let's put ads on your page that are more tech-based. I'm okay with that, except for whenever it's
you're totally cool with spyware.
Well, yeah, I'm okay with that, because...
make my shopping easier! Well, keep track of everything I buy for me.
But wouldn't it be nice, and I can't remember which.
The only problem
does
is then
this.
everybody's looking at a vastly different internet. That's my problem with it.
Yeah, but if we're talking just like 30-minute ads, I would be much more not
30-minute
not
ads?
30-second ads. I'm sorry. I would be much more invested and would actually watch ads if I was like, oh, okay, it's not a mortgage payment commercial.
Right,
Or
I totally
a car
agree,
commercial.
but at the same time, I don't want all of these companies knowing everything that I've been searching for on the internet.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a point where you're just going to start getting packages at your door that you haven't ordered yet because they know you need it.
What's Amazon wants to do that anyway?
Yeah.
Right, I know. That's what I mean. I don't know. It's just too creepy.
I want to
you
live
know?
in a world where I see
Target-
an ad and I can be like, hey, Amazon, send a drone to my house in 30 minutes to give me that item.
Right.
That would be a cool world to
Well,
live
I read. Oh, I don't even remember where I read it, but it was a while back. Is this what you were going to say? Target will send out flyers to pregnant women
Yeah.
before they know they're pregnant. You know, and with diaper coupons and stuff. You know,
And lawnmowers. That
Yeah.
way you're not.
that way.
you
Yeah, they
don't
had
know
to
they're
start adding
targeting.
lawnmowers that way because it was creeping people out because they're I read that a dad of one of the kids called the manager and is like, why are you guys sending my daughter flyers for baby stuff? She's a virgin,
Yeah.
and turns out she was pregnant, and
Yeah, he had to apologize. He went back and apologized. He said, apparently there are things that have been going on in my house that I didn't know about.
yeah.
But Target knew before the girl's father. It
So
just
maybe
blows my mind.
we don't need pregnancy tests. We just need
Target.
Target, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because because of their shopping,
Buying
pregnant women
condoms
buy
Oh.
the lotions and stuff. I
The
think
lotions
Oh, okay.
and vitamins, the types of vitamins. That they
Oh, okay. So
specific
okay.
items that girls are buying.
Okay. So
not
it's
not necessarily prenatal vitamins, but
Flintstones vitamins.
Flintstones
Yeah.
vitamins. Just
Oh.
just
so just if you buy any vitamins and any lotion.
Well, it
and
depends
any-
on
well, it's
what they're more
Okay.
common for. They sort through
Okay.
it. They have
Think-
computers sort through it, I'm
What
sure.
could they to this circle of friends? What would they send ads to and about, and how would they find out?
I don't know, because I go to Target all the time and never get ads.
I would
So
totally get
Because you
movies
don't
and stuff,
you
yeah.
have the wrong genitalia. That's why.
I would get
Well,
toy coupons,
that's
probably. Um,
Vasectomy coupons. That's what they're going to send to people.
did anyone watch Supernatural?
Yes.
yes.
Did you enjoy it? I thought nothing happened.
Well, of course not. I love Supernatural, but they're
I do too.
pretty big on
Like,
if you know anything about Supernatural, it is in the 21 or so episodes that are going on in that season, only 6 of them will move the story
Yep.
forward.
And that's-
and they're
I'm
all
fine
about
with that.
5 episodes
Yes,
apart.
yeah. So let me know. Ask me again what I think of this series at about the second to last episode of the season.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But this was the first episode.
Right.
That's my complaint, that they didn't really
Right, but
really
it's
do a lot in their first episode.
Well,
That happens a lot.
it was a lot of story, now we know that Dean only becomes a demon whenever he doesn't kill something, So we know that he can keep it at bay if we have, at the end of the last season, we were left with oh my god, Dean's a demon,
Yeah.
Sam's gonna have to kill him or something, and now it's okay, he can still be human by doing what he's been doing this entire series.
Yeah.
And killing things.
That's what I don't get is that
But I guess the Blade is making him a worse person, kind of. That's kind of the way I took it because, at the end of the last season, it changed his personality a little bit. And-
Yeah.
It's kind of like 2
Or a
seasons
lot of
ago
it.
when Sam lost his soul.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's
He was a jerk.
how can we bring something else back? How can we make these brothers fight about whether or not they should kill things, except for make the other brother on the other side of the argument this time?
Exactly.
that's very true.
It's very original.
Every other season, they argue about that.
I didn't get to watch it because apparently the Xbox CW app doesn't have full episodes on it anymore.
Oh,
when did that
That's
happen?
terrible.
I looked because I was going to watch Arrow and Supernatural on there, and it wasn't on there.
Yeah, their big thing was the next day you could see the full episode.
I don't know if maybe it's because they're on Hulu now.
Oh,
Because
really?
CW stuff's on Hulu now. Maybe that's why. But all you
I
can
think
see,
they make you wait 8 days, though, on Hulu. I think
really?
you don't get
Unless
it
you have
next
satellite
day.
Mhm.
subscription.
But the
Or
CW
Hulu
app only
Plus.
has full episodes of stuff that's only on the app. They have some shows that are only on the CW app,
That's weird.
and there's some Whose Line Is It? Whose Line Is It? Episodes on there, and the Penn and Teller show is on there. But the new good shows aren't on there.
See, that's BS. I watch.
And all I have is a standard definition CW, and I'm not going to watch that. I'm not poor.
Just buy the season pass.
Are you kidding me? My TV can show me more pixels than you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not a Neanderthal. I'm not going to watch standard definition television.
What is the early 2000s? I will say I really don't like the fact that we were led to believe at the end of the last season that Dean was becoming a demon, and now all of a sudden he's just a douchey human. Like,
right. But he can't be a demon. I mean, still, he's kind of toeing the line.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he kills
it could
demons.
be interesting. That's all I.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the thing is he's been doing that.
See, I thought he was a demon. Is he not?
No, they explain in the. Is it okay if we say this?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I thought he said that you should have told me that a few months ago.
No.
Before he.
No,
killed.
No, Crowley said, or
Crowley.
Crowley.
I
call him Crowley because it bugs Randall so much, and then now I've just gotten used to it, so I do it on accident now. Crowley and him were talking at the table in the restaurant, you know, and he said that he has to keep killing demons or to keep the blade sated or something like that, you know, to keep it because otherwise he turns into a demon is what they said. I mean, it was one of the first line. I mean, it was right after commercial break, and it was like the first or second line. So like you had to have been watching to catch it because we watched it. There was like 4 of us, and 2 of the 4 just didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
So why is the hunter hunting him then if he's not a monster?
Well, because he, as far as the camera knows, he is a monster.
Yeah,
you know, he had the demon eyes.
Yeah, he has demon eyes, but he's not a demon, which makes no sense.
He's half and half.
All right,
half and half.
All right. We'll have to get a few more episodes in.
I do love that. Cass has his not his grace, and it's burning him up. They specifically say that several times in the season finale and in the season premiere.
Right.
And so they're like, what can we do to show that he was really burning up? Let's have him have the flu.
Have him
literally be burning up.
In a
very mild
dunky house that doesn't even look like a hotel or anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
But.
Okay, this week we got The Flash. Did you guys watch The Flash? Because I watched it a lot.
I did watch The Flash.
I watched it too.
Yeah.
Do you have any complaints? I feel it was a stronger start than Arrow's pilot.
It was CW's biggest premiere in 5 years.
Yeah, since The Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
To be fair, they really kind of pushed it too, though. You know, like they don't push their shows a lot really on the CW. I mean, except for they're already airing shows, they don't stop pushing.
Arrow is the highest rated, I think, on the channel.
Sure, yeah.
But I thought it was good.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it was not bad at all. You know, I don't really have any complaints about it other than like the villain kind of sucked. You know, I mean, like I'm gonna run around you and.
But that's kind of the hokiness, not hokiness, but like that's part of what they're wanting the show to be, like kind of out there.
I didn't like
grounded.
that there's a shot in the tornado where the guy, while he's standing there in the center, as they go up, he becomes 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
And it bugs me.
I think it's bad special effects.
It's pilot. They're not going to have as much money.
I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I've actually seen it 4 times. I
want to go on record and say that you are an insane person because it's been out 4 days and you watched it 4 times.
Yeah. My 3-year-old loves it and he keeps requesting it. And right now, it's either I watch The Flash or I watch Curious George Halloween special. And it's about a scarecrow without a head kicking hats off people on Halloween. So I'd much rather watch The Flash than that.
What makes me smile is that you're actually watching it 4 times. It's not like, okay, I've seen this twice in the last 36 hours. My kid wants to watch it. I'll just turn it on and do anything else.
Right.
But no, you're like, oh man.
You guys pop popcorn and sit in front of the TV.
At least once we had popcorn and sat in front of the TV. I had a few little minor things that I didn't like about the show. I thought that Stephen Amell's, when his delivery of the word cool was a little out of character. Just I don't know something about it.
Do you know
it
what
just bugged me.
nitpicking is?
That's all I can do with the show though. It's that good.
The only thing I
I have
noticed
minor
was,
things.
I think there's a few too many people in on the secret. A little
Yeah,
bit.
already. It's like,
Okay.
now who are we going to hide
That
it
was
from?
that was the only thing I really noticed.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I really am because that's my least favorite thing about
Superhero
any
shows.
any superhero show. Like that was my least favorite thing about Smallville was like they dragged it on for so
Yeah, it took
long
too
that
long,
like
yeah.
everyone was like something's up, but we don't
I
know.
think Arrow's about right.
But it's going to be 5 more episodes.
Smallville
before
was too long. It was like it was almost a season and a half before Chloe found out, but then it was like a season and a half before.
She told him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, though, there was a lot of people for the first episode to find out. But here's my thing: Oliver Queen's been running around Starling City this is the 3rd season now, in a hood, and never once lost that hood. The Flash runs around really fast and loses his super tight aerodynamic mask. That bothered me. I don't think that's really nitpicking.
Because you're comparing apples to oranges here. You got
I've ridden a bike and had my cap blow off, so and I mean, that's not really that far fetched.
what you don't know is that Stephen Amell has just Velcro on his hood, and he's not running that fast.
That's true.
And this is a guy who's
He's actually got it tied down below his chin. And the
just
thing with the
possible.
Flash is the lightning bolts aren't really aerodynamic, and they actually caught wind. That's why they had to fix them.
Okay.
You know, so.
Okay, that's
And it just tore it right off his
tore his
head.
mask off his
Yep.
head.
It's, they're learning still. It's the pilot.
Yeah.
Give them 3 or 4 episodes. They'll be able to keep that on.
I hope so.
And if,
I hope so too. Otherwise, the entire show is going to know at this point.
it's just a big gag
Like-
that everyone knows, but they don't want to tell him.
Gee, I wonder where Barry is.
Why is he always late? Shucks.
He runs so fast.
Billy's late.
Wait, do you know? I know too.
Did you know that I knew that you knew? Because that's what I know. That's what I feel like most superhero movie or shows are.
Of course, I love in one of the Flash's Identity, the episode of Justice League where Lex Luthor is in Flash's body and he rips his mask off. And he's like, I have no idea who this is.
Right.
Now I can find out the Flash's secret identity. I have no idea who this is.
I will say one of my favorite things about the show is that they make Iris West black and her father black. I like that for the sole reason of
You love black people.
well,
That's racist.
is it though?
It's racist.
I just like the fact that they're trying to make it a little bit more include more races and different people in it because
I agree. I have no problem with shows changing someone's race,
yes,
but occasionally I have a problem with them changing someone's sex. Only because that person, it changes a lot more. It changes less for them to be black instead of white,
Yeah.
but like if it's a girl, that could change a lot.
yeah.
No, I'll be honest with you. I hate for them to change a character's hair color. The fact that Barry has dark hair bothers the crap out of me.
Because
But that's because you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
We've already talked
because
about this.
you're kind of crazy.
You are the fanboy that everyone complains about.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, seriously, this is what we're going to choose. They go,
You-
oh, he's not blonde.
He should have dyed his hair.
Won't lie, a lot of times I feel like that you're either like, hey, you guys changed this one thing, or hey, you guys made it exactly the same, and that's not right either.
Right. You're just ripping off the comics at this point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, did you see
There's a
Watchmen?
fine line.
I did see Watchmen.
Did you like Watchmen?
I did not like Watchmen, but I never read the book, though.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, except for one
The
major,
ending, they changed
except for the
ending.
ending,
The
except for the
ending?
ending, it's
That's right.
several times.
That's definitely
It's pretty well shot, like frame
Frame for frame,
for the
yeah.
comic. But
Yeah, they changed very few. I read about it online there was very few things changed about it.
just as much blue penis in the comic and in the
Yeah.
movie.
Equal parts blue penis.
Blue Dawn is the ticket seller right there.
Billy Crudup.
That's what they need to do for Avengers 3 is just see green penis instead of blue, and they'll just get even more money.
Greenest.
Yeah.
Greenness.
But no, I
Should
can
penis have gangrene? What the heck?
I can get over things like hair color change. I can live. He does a fantastic job in the role.
He's good.
He is good. I like him a lot.
Kid.
Arrow. Did anyone watch Arrow?
I watched Arrow.
I watched Arrow. I thought it was a great start.
It was.
Did you watch Arrow, Jordan?
I'm still
Jordan
not
is
caught up on
behind.
season 3. I think I have like 5 episodes left of season 2. I found out I was like halfway through season 2.
I
I'm gonna watch
like that you got to see Barry in this episode of Arrow. Stephen Amell was on The Flash,
And the
and
Flash was in Arrow.
yeah, he was
That's
on Arrow.
cool.
So
Was
that
it-
Was
was
it just the other half of the phone conversation?
yeah.
See, like, I wasn't sure, like, it had been too long since I watched them, 2 days apart, and I'm like, now, was that the same conversation, or was that 2 different conversations?
It
No.
was right before the conversation.
Yeah, he calls him. On
He's
Arrow.
calls him and he's in Starling City.
Oh, and
To
he's like,
be-
I'll be right there, that's
Yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah.
Is it the same conversation they have in person?
Yeah, it's
They don't show the conversation. It's just a phone call. Like it's the setup for the conversation.
Wait, so
Yeah.
okay, so your thing is the Flash was in Arrow, but in reality it was a bodiless voice that makes a phone
No,
call?
you see him. You
Oh,
actually see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Starling, he calls him.
my bigger problem is that they showed him on opposite nights.
Yeah.
They should
Right,
Arrow should have been on Tuesday and that should have been on Wednesday.
exactly. Or that scene should have been in.
Yeah,
Right, because it's the first
The
half.
Flash.
You're seeing the first half of the
Yeah,
conversation.
you
and
saw the
think, like,
conversation
oh,
before they agreed to have a conversation.
Right. So that's kind of fun to just nitpick at.
Right.
Oh, man.
There's a movie that is now available on DVD called Edge of Tomorrow.
DVD. What's that?
Pitch it to me. There's a movie
There's a movie.
where Tom Cruise
in a world
becomes Bill Murray.
Where Tom Cruise is still kind of crazy.
That's every world.
Yeah.
But the box of this movie says Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. And such large letters that the video store where I rented this from
Had it in the
had
L's.
Live, Die, Repeat as the title
Well,
of the
that's 'cause
film.
you have-
It's on
you-
purpose because the Edge of Tomorrow name didn't do very well, so they're trying to distance themselves from
It's true.
Nuh-uh.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the movie was good, but it was really high rated, 80s on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right?
But yeah, the name didn't go over very well, and since it didn't perform that well in theaters, they wanted to kind of change it for the home video
I
market.
did not know that. I thought it was just funny. I thought it was a bad video store.
You thought it was
It's
just
not a great
those
name
dumb
either.
kids.
Edge of Tomorrow is not a great name, but I think Live Die Repeat was on the trailers. It was kind of a
It
mantra
was
of
Like
the
their
movie.
tagline.
Yeah, the tagline, but they're trying to put that in the forefront for the home video release to change, get more people's attention.
I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
But,
Now,
yeah, it was 8 out of 10 on IMDb too, right? Because
Ew,
we really tried to watch it before we started recording, but we couldn't because we spent too long at the gym. So,
you got to work out. What can you do?
gotta get swole.
So what'd you guys think of Edge of Tomorrow then?
We got one on each side.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
I liked the film. I did like the film. I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan, and it doesn't have anything to do with him being crazy. I just didn't like him before.
Really?
Yeah, I never was until this movie. I had seen Minority Report.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
That is a good movie.
It was all right. I had seen the second Mission Impossible
Love all those movies.
because somebody
That's
gave it
the-
to me, and they're
that's
like,
the
"You have
worst
to
one.
watch
That's
this."
the weakest of all the Mission Impossible.
I liked all of the Mission
I had
Impossible
I did too,
movies.
but
2
it's-
is the least.
Mission Impossible 2 is
And it was
like
weird.
Double
Like,
it's
now
still
he's
good,
climbing
but
rocks.
it's no Crusader.
I had seen Magnolia because Lawrence made me watch it because Kevin Smith had made so much fun of the film,
Okay.
and that was it. That's the only
So
Tom
you've never
Cruise
seen,
movies
like,
I'd
Jerry
seen in this
Maguire?
entire-
No, I thought you watched. Crap, what was it? The movie that I was going to say. You've
Top
seen this?
Gun. All the right moves.
Tell you what, go watch Tropic Thunder and look me dead in the eye and tell me that Tom Cruise wasn't awesome in that movie.
In Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
That movie in itself is wonderful in so many ways, but
Oh, Vanilla Sky.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Vanilla Sky. I
knew you'd seen
apologize.
it.
So I'd seen 4 films. 4 Tom Cruise
Okay.
films. But I watched it because of Jason Lee. I think Jason Lee's funny.
Okay.
So anyway, this was my
Good
5th
actor.
Tom Cruise film. It doesn't have anything to do with the acting. Just sometimes there are people I don't like them. I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio. I won't hardly watch anything with him in it.
I'm the same way with Timothy Olyphant.
Really?
Don't like him. Don't like to look at him.
It's
No reason. Just
yeah.
don't like him.
just one of those weird
Fair
things
enough.
with me. I don't know. But,
Man, Leo DiCaprio, really?
Yeah.
You just knocked out so many good movies.
right. Quick and the Dead. I enjoyed Quick and the Dead.
Okay.
Growing
And,
pains.
and I've seen Titanic, and I don't know that I've watched any Leo films.
I've
You
watched
haven't
a
seen
bunch.
Inception?
No, I've never watched Inception.
That would.
I don't know. I can't stand him.
I would watch Christopher Nolan take a shit if he directed it. I would go to the theaters.
I thought about that.
I wish they would stop trying to sell me Interstellar. I'm gonna watch it because Christopher Nolan made it.
Yeah.
I don't need trailers. I don't want to know plot points. I don't want to know anything.
You just want it.
Yeah.
You want it now.
You want it in your
I have so
eyes.
much faith in him. I mean, like, what was this? Insomnia? That was one of his first movies. That was
Memento.
Memento was
like
good.
I loved
That was
Memento.
good.
And then the Batman, 3 Batman movies, and the ones in between, Prestige and Inception.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prestige is so good.
Yeah, I love Prestige. It's one of my favorite movies, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so Edge of Tomorrow. I'm going to spoil the movie for you. This is my biggest complaint with the movie, and this would have saved it for me. Okay, he gets this alien blood in his system so that when he dies, it resets the day. Because these aliens are winning the war, and they compare them to separate parts of the same organism. They have this
It's a hive mind.
It's hive-minded. They have these smaller soldiers that they typically deal with, and then these more rare, larger creatures that if one of those falls, they reset the day. They can manipulate time, they reset the day. Well, Tom Cruise was killing one of them, and it bled into his mouth and all over him as he's dying, the creature's dying. So Tom Cruise gets that ability.
Is he the only one?
He's the only one. He meets a girl who used to do it.
Emily Blunt's character it happened to her also. It explains.
Used to. She can't
It,
anymore.
it explains why she doesn't.
Like, how is it?
I
oh,
bet it's
okay.
because she menstruates.
She,
Yes.
close.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, okay.
She gets not fatally. She gets more. She gets wounded enough to where she bleeds out and has to get transfusion.
And
And there's not enough in her blood.
Okay. So it's like menstruation, but
Yeah.
with a limb.
See, my
Yes.
thing, though, is I don't know how they know that it's not going to work anymore because every other day he's putting a bullet in his head to restart the day. And she was the first one that did it. She told him that he wouldn't be able to restart it, but how did she know she couldn't go back without
Without
trying
dying.
to off
Right.
herself?
Yeah. Maybe she didn't intentionally, kill herself. Maybe she got killed in battle and reset the day the first time.
No, I mean, once it was out of her
How
system.
did, how did she know the day won't reset anymore? If
Right.
she
Oh,
dies?
yeah, that's true.
I think it was probably theorized and they don't really get into it a whole lot. Tom Cruise said he could feel that he couldn't do it anymore. But anyway, he goes through a million days trying to win, trying to get ahead of these aliens.
That seems
And
like a lot.
it's several days in the film. But he gets to the brain. They want to kill the brain and save the day. And they know they're in a no-win situation.
Is Pinky there too, or just the brain?
Just the brain.
Okay.
Pinky is killing Elizabeth Banks.
Oh, okay.
Because they separate. She's the
Emily
distraction.
Blunt.
What?
Emily Blunt.
Emily
I
Blunt.
was gonna say she's in it too.
Sorry. Anyway, so the brain is Tom Cruise's mission.
Okay.
And
What
she
you-
gets killed.
Hmm.
Tom Cruise gets killed after he's got the blood out of his system. He knows this is his only shot. He gets killed after he's dropped some grenades and blows this thing up. The creature's blood gets into his body, resets the day to the previous day,
Okay.
not the same spot.
2 days in the past.
Yeah.
Basically, because they start the mission earlier this
That's
time
fine, that's
around.
fine. I'm just...
Like, it makes sense as to why it would be the other day.
Okay.
But, so it ends with they've won the war now. The aliens mysteriously die. His day's reset. Everyone's alive and happy, and he goes and wins the girl. They were in a no-win situation. I would have been happier had they both died.
That's not how Starship Troopers ended, so this isn't going to happen.
But that's the thing, is they reset the day. It didn't get a reset for the aliens because they killed the brain, but magically it was okay for him.
I feel like...
I knew they were not going to die. It's Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
They're going to live. I was okay with that.
Is Neil Patrick Harris in this movie at all?
No.
Then I refuse to believe that this alien you're talking about is called a brain.
Brain bug.
Because if I learned anything from Starship Troopers, it's that Neil Patrick Harris knows how to deal with a brain bug.
The brain bug. What did they call
Well,
it? Did
kind
they?
of.
Just the brain or the head or something like that. I don't remember the
Okay.
main creature. I forget.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I bought it, but I saw it in theaters, so
Okay.
I'm going on.
Um,
My memories from May.
Yeah.
oh, that could be bad.
I don't know.
It was interesting to see Tom Cruise put on the suit from Alien and run around and kill the Sentinels from the Matrix. I mean, that was kind of fun, but
The Sentinels from the
that's what the
Matrix.
aliens look like. They kind of, that's what they reminded me
The
of.
Sentinels.
The
Oh,
big
okay.
tentacles.
Okay, I get you. I just couldn't remember at all what the Sentinels were, I guess.
Mm.
Those stupid things that look like they're swimming, but they're actually flying.
Right.
Okay. And they're called mimics?
Yeah, they're called mimics in the film.
Why are they called mimics?
I have no idea. Did you
I don't
catch
remember.
that? I don't know if they get into it. Because they mimic the Sentinels from the Matrix, if I had to guess.
I just feel like mimic would be like shapeshifters.
Right.
Or like can learn from humans.
I think they learn by basically the smaller organisms. They go out in swarms.
Mm-hmm.
So you attack them
Yeah,
until you get to the big one, which resets the day, and then they keep that knowledge.
they know, so they know how to.
So they know to be waiting for you.
So then do humans know that they're resetting days?
No.
Okay.
Only Tom Cruise, and nobody believes him, because even though he goes through the whole thing with, is it Pullman? Bill Pullman? Who's the general?
Yeah.
Oh, the dude from...
Is it Pullman or Paxton?
Pullman.
Is it the guy from Spaceballs or the guy from Twister?
That's a better question.
Tom
Maybe
Cruise
not.
he's not supposed to be there, so it's kind of a.
So he's Dante.
He's kind of it's harder for him because he's like a PR guy,
Oh, okay.
and it's like this race is invading Earth, so everyone on Earth is basically in the military pretty much because you have to be fighting for your lives, everyone's lives.
Okay.
He's the wrong guy for the mission, kind of a show.
Right.
So it takes him thousands of days to.
Because he has to keep training, and
Oh, okay.
He makes somebody
Okay,
mad.
I get you.
He makes Mad Eye Moody mad,
And
which
they
is
send
not
him
easy
out-
to do.
Send him out into the field.
Yeah, 'cause
and tell him that he's really a private, and that he's going to try to desert, and
Yeah, he thinks he's getting a promotion to some other thing, and he kind of ticks off Mad Eye Moody, and he puts him on the front lines.
Okay.
And Emily Blunt is in the same base, and she's like a hero because
because she lived her day so many times.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, she was inexperienced, and now look how awesome she was
Well,
on her first day.
yeah, she won a huge battle for them, but they don't know that it took her. Forever.
Okay.
So she's
A
like
year to do
so
it.
limit-
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
At one point, she said like 300 days to do one thing, didn't she?
something like that. Yeah, she is.
Well, because
So,
I
forever.
distinctly remember the few minutes that you and I watched, Lawrence. Like they kept on going over and over and over. They're like, these mechs are awesome because this girl over here with limited training and with this mech has like saved the world pretty much.
But she had over a year of training.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
able to like train. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. To make myself even geekier, it's like going into that time travel room in Dragon Ball Z where like a day is a year and they could train for a year over the course of one day.
It's like Window of Opportunity on Stargate season
Yeah.
4.
I just watched that the other day at the gym.
It's very
Oh,
similar to
man.
that because
Except he doesn't get hit in the face with the door
yeah,
Every single time.
every time. He
Or
wakes up in
doesn't he
handcuffs every single
eat
time.
I would love to play golf.
Actually, he gets
through
kicked.
Stargate.
he's a kick. The sergeant kicks him, says "Wake up, private," or something like that, or scumbagger.
Oh, he gets kicked every time?
Is he kicked or just the stuff he's laying on?
Wait, does he have to like tell Emily Blunt every single
Yes.
day?
Every day.
Yeah, okay.
But it
So
goes
it got
quicker
down to
because
the
she
science.
knows.
Okay.
She knows the
Oh, right.
condition.
She's aware of it because it happened to her.
and he can tell her things that she's told him.
Okay.
Because when they first meet, she realizes what he is because he kills the monsters as they're coming, the mimics. And so she tells him, come find me when you wake up.
Yeah, there's a couple of times where he sees her get killed in the battle, so he tries to save her a couple of his days. Then she realizes that he
Because
knows
he loves her because she's attractive.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Yes.
the only reason to love people.
Yeah.
They're the only two attractive people in the movie.
Right.
So
That's
they,
true.
They have to be a couple.
Yeah.
That is true.
And he's only 17 years older than her,
Right.
so it's
No big
perfectly
deal.
legit.
It's for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he's a private, so.
And he has privates.
He does
So it
have-
just makes perfect sense.
True.
So did you enjoy the film though, Jeremy?
I loved it.
Okay.
I love and they repeat days over and over again, but they don't beat your head over. They don't
Right.
beat over your head like some repeating things do,
They start out
They start out with
the very beginning.
Yeah.
Same dialogue and everything, and then it gets to where they start later in the battle.
Yeah.
Like where he dies, it
Right.
resets from that same point and he's doing something different.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
Could've
very
been.
interesting. And The fact that they survived was a given, I think, going into the movie.
So was that the only thing you didn't like about it? You
That
liked
was
it
really-
other than that?
Pretty much, yeah. I would rather they both died.
I thought you were saying you didn't like the movie.
No.
That's what you said.
I'm just about to
You're like,
buy it.
oh, it's worth the $2 to rent it, but that's it.
I probably will never buy it.
Well, why don't you buy it on Blu-ray and then you can watch the deleted ending and then you won't hate it as bad like I Am Legend. Like I freaking hated the ending of I Am Legend.
Really?
But I bought it on Blu-ray because it came with the alternate ending, which actually made sense.
What is the alternate ending in that?
Where the vampires or whatever you want to call them, zombies, they can think, and because that's what the whole movie was building toward. That one, because they're like, I don't know why you came out in the sun after that girl, and so then they all come after them, like they do in the other movie, but then he just gives them the girl back, and then they leave him alone, because like they'll come up and he'll slap the glass, she had like the butterfly tattoo on her shoulder or whatever, and he made like the butterfly on the window so that he knew that's what he was after, and gave him to her, and
Instead of blowing himself up.
right.
I can afford that.
I know. I already had to kill the dog.
Even though I Am Legend taught every man that women are the worst because they lead you to getting destroyed. And as soon as the first time you see a woman in over a year, what does she do? She cooks all of your bacon and all of your eggs that you've been saving for months.
No.
That's sad.
No. Just him and the dog. That's all I need to see.
Yep.
That was a better love story.
Him and the dog.
Him and the dog.
Better love story in Twilight.
Everything
That's true.
is. That's going to wrap it up. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and like and subscribe on YouTube.
Woo!
Peace out.